Hey everybody, as winter seems to be winding down, I thought it would be important to point out something really amazing before spring begins. Yes, it's true, God has been discovered in the snow. What do I mean by that? Well, let me explain. First, let me show you a couple things. You see these two pictures? Very similar designs, don't you think? I'm sure anyone viewing this would say so. Well, let me reveal something to you. The one on the right is actually a snowflake. Surprised? This year I happened across a link to the work of a Russian photographer who took some amazing close-up photographs of snowflakes. I'm sure we have all some idea of what we think snowflakes look like, but in recent years we now know that they are amazingly detailed. Look at this first one. I mean, come on. Do you know how hard it would be to even try to sketch this out by hand? Just look at how precise and intricate this is. How about this one? We've already had the Captain America shield, so now I guess we have the Superman shield? But let's keep going. Take a look at this one. This looks like some kind of gear off a motorcycle from the movie Tron. I mean, it looks like it has circuitry inside it. What is the best explanation for all of this? Are these flakes not clearly by design? Having trouble with that idea? Well, let me show you something that clearly is by design. So what now? Everybody knows this piece is by design, but this one somehow isn't? How do you know the snowflake craft is designed, even if done poorly? You know, because materials don't put themselves together like that. Is it not the same for the materials that make up real snowflakes? Take these rocks as another example. You see this stack lying by a riverbed and everybody without question will know that this is by design. Why? It's because rocks don't put themselves together in such a sequence. Now shrink this example down to the size of atoms and the same applies. Our very atoms must be sequenced, encoded, which is what I've been talking about since the video I did on the concept of reality being a sort of matrix. By what's around us, it's clear that we live in an encoded, created reality, and such realities require programmers. By the look of these snowflakes, the programmer must be very creative. I mean, think about it. Think of the amount of snowflakes in the history of the world, each of them unique and different from one another. That's creativity beyond imagination. Even if we put this thought into the concept of a factory that produces cars, think of the brilliance of the inventor of a factory that creates trillions and trillions of cars that are completely unique in design. Pretty amazing factory designer, right? Well, that's what's needed to design such intricate snowflakes. As it was written long ago, for since the creation of the world his invisible attributes are clearly seen, being understood by the things that are made, even his eternal power and Godhead, so that they are without excuse. Randomness and time is not an explanation. Accidental is not an explanation. And luck does not explain one astounding improbability after another being fulfilled. Eventually luck runs out. So what's left to explain all this, what fits with logic, is that snowflakes, and our own faces, are by design. I think it's time to recognize the artist at work. I think it's time to recognize God. So remember, the way the truth means life, and we need to listen when the truth speaks.